Sketchy. Greetings, art lover. Welcome back to Sketchy. This is Josh, and we are looking at my iPad screen as I pay tribute to Indiana Jones, the great character of cinema. And there's going to be two drawings in this particular video because at first I wanted to just pay tribute to the man in the costume and the whip. I didn't feel like I really nailed the likeness of Harrison Ford. Also, I gotta say, I was using as reference for this first drawing a still from, I don't know if it was from Kingdom Skull or from the new one. I think it might be specifically from the new film, Indy 5, Dial of Destiny, is that what it's called? Coming this year, 2023. And so, God bless him. I think that movie looks good. I love Harrison Ford. It's not a sin to get old, but this is older Indy being used as a reference here. And I probably, while I was taking the time to turn it into a kind of a cartoon, I probably should have maybe even de-aged it a bit. But I just I was mostly interested here in capturing the leather and the whip and the straps and and the slacks. I always think it's funny that Indiana Jones is just wearing like nice slacks. Just nice pants that you'd wear to the office or maybe to church. Anyway, but that's why there's a second drawing later where I've drawn a portrait of Raiders era, 1980 era Harrison Ford as Indy. What can I say? I'm relatively happy with the way this turned out. I like the style. Again, I feel like when I'm drawing movie art, what I'm really going for is like if there was a really good graphic novel, a really good comic book based on this property, what would the characters look like? I mean, that depends on the subject. I guess I'm not going to do that with Tar if I were to draw Kate Blanchett, and I would love to because I love the look of that character in that movie. But if it's an adventure movie, if it's this kind of fun actiony property like this, I want to go for that comic book / animation vibe. Here's my color process, much discussed. I am going to explore new coloring techniques. I bought a bunch of half-tone brushes and invested in some new Procreate tools. I just need the time to play with them. But along with my kind of obsession with comic book adaptations of movies, I do also have a real, I'm really keen on old school comic book style and that halftone. If you don't know what I mean, if you've ever seen an old comic book where it's colored with dots, there's layers of 4 different colors, and they're usually misaligned, so they look all wonky. But there's just this great look, and I've played around a little bit, but I'd like to do some more, and I'll be sure to record that and make a video about it. I really sped up the drawing, and I should have sped up the coloring a little more. I'm spending a lot more time with this process of coloring, but I also wanted to make sure to these are not necessarily screen correct colors. I wanted to make it even more muted and earthy, and get that kind of feeling of Indy. And even my lines are a little bit lighter than usual. I'm going to do that also with the portrait. Here we go. I think right here I'm lightening the lines a little bit, and there we go. There's Indy, full figure, action pose. Pretty happy with that. Now here, this is a Procreate export. That's why we just saw the finished picture at the beginning. And here I am just kind of blocking out. Again, this is using a production still from the original Raiders of the Lost Ark and trying to capture the specifics. Harrison Ford is a gorgeous man, a very cool looking dude, but he's also got he does not have outrageous features. And if you're going to draw a portrait or a cartoon or a caricature, you want something to grab onto. I was talking in the Royal Tenenbaums recent video you find on my channel, that Owen Wilson's face, really lends itself to portrait and caricature because he's got these features that you can latch onto, and you draw that nose and those pursed lips and the craggy jaw and all that. Harrison Ford has kind of this classically sculpted, perfect face. The things that make him Harrison Ford are the deep set eyes. You got to be careful with those eyes, and then he's got a little bit of a smirk in the lip but it's so subtle that if you're trying to capture it, and make it recognizable, yeah, you could caricature it and do a Mad Magazine thing, but I want to pay tribute here to the actual screen presence. Also, I commented on this when I posted this on social media, but I actually think this is a case where my original sketch, the blue pencil sketch, I think does a better job of capturing the likeness than this finished art. I think overall the finished art looks nice, and I followed the same kind of coloring. I don't know if we're going to see the colors here, but I'll throw that on at the end if it's not here. No, you know what? I decided against it. I decided to just post this as a drawing. Yeah, there we go. I just went with the dull lines. There is a color version somewhere. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, bye.